Hello, everybody. What's going on? Hey. What's up? How are you all doing? Let me know if you can hear me. All the things. Give me 1 second. I need to turn my phone on do not disturb. Give me 1 second. Hey. Okay, cool. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Hey, Miss Shirley. Hey, everybody. What up? Can you all hear me? Just put a yes in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. I just sent out a text message. Let me also say this. If you all are not on our text mobile club, what are you waiting on? Okay. The way you can get on there is click the link in my bio and it say click to join our text mobile club. All right. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, you can go to itswinningseason.com and that will redirect you to our text mobile club. All right. So I'm excited about today's topic because I want to talk about free versus paid. And I have data to back my claims. Okay. I have data to back my claims. So I'm not just talking out the side of my tail. You know what I'm saying? Not talking right outside of my tail. I got data to back up what we're talking about today. And I have pretty much about a year of data. So from last year to this year, it's about a year of data. All right. If you are a data-driven entrepreneur, put me in the chat. All right. If you are a data-driven entrepreneur, put data in the chat. I want to do something with you. I feel like me doing this with you all will give you some insight and hopefully a new way to think about free stuff. Okay. So let me write down this number real quick. Y'all not even going to believe me, I don't think, to be honest. I don't even think y'all gonna believe me when I tell y'all what this is. Also, take a moment to invite 2 or 3 people that you feel like should be here doing this live stream. That's an entrepreneur. Also, don't invite the person who is anti-growth. Invite the people who want to grow, who want to build a brand, who want to do a big thing. All right. That's who I want you to invite. All right. So I'm about to get into it. And I want to take a moment to introduce myself for those who may not know who I am. My name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands. I am the girl you come to when you want to become the obvious choice of your industry. This looks like basically, let me tell you what it means when I say become the obvious choice of your industry. That means that when I discover your brand, I forget your competition. That's what it means. So if I don't forget your competition when I discover you, we got a little bit more work to do. Okay, we got a little bit more work to do. I want you to discover my brand and be like, oh, who do what you say? Who do marketing? Who say they teach their people marketing? Like, I want you to be like, they not touching you, Audria Richmond. Okay, that's how you know you are becoming the obvious choice of your brand in your industry, right? That's how you know you are the obvious choice of your industry. So, let's see. How do I want to approach this? First off, this live stream is so random. This was not on our schedule today. This is just something that I just popped up and decided to talk about. I was actually talking to my husband around, I was listening to a podcast and I really, how can I say this? You know how you have this thought and it's like this big aha moment and you're like, ooh, I need to turn it into content. So that's essentially what this is. This wasn't on the agenda. This is just something I wanted to chit chat about. All right. Thank you. This is the lip bar. Okay. I need them to turn me into like a brand ambassador or something because I'm always wearing the lip bar. Okay. So I need to reach out to them for a partnership. But nevertheless, I wanted to talk about free versus paid. Let's do a vote real quick. Okay. And when I say free versus paid, I want to do an experiment. This is going to be so much fun. Like, I'm excited. So let me know in the comments. Okay. Let me know in the comments real quick. Let's see how I want to say this. Okay, what do y'all think works best? A free workshop or a paid workshop? Which one works best? Just put free in the comments, or put paid in the comments. Which one y'all think wins? Paid or free? Okay? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see. I thought I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I have no idea why I got a call. Babe, are you able to text my sister and tell them on the call? Because I know she'll call me back to back. Just send her a message on Facebook. Let's see. Let's see. Free, paid, paid, free, paid, free, paid. Okay. Depends on what you want to work. It depends. Feel like a trick question. Neither. Depends on how you spend it. Depends on what the goal is. Depending on the purpose, but paid. Free for lead magnet. Free depending on the goal. Paid. Okay. I'm going to vote for paid though. Okay. So I told y'all I had numbers. So last year I did a workshop. Okay. I do this workshop every year. It's the annual planning workshop. Every year, okay? For the past 3 years, I've done this workshop for money. I've done it as low as $47 or $27, and I've done it as high as, I think, $97 or something. I don't know. One of the two, okay? And one of the things that you will notice is that this year, the year that I decided to do it for free, y'all, crazy numbers. So I'm going to show you when I thought I would, and let me say this, but when I show you these numbers, y'all, these numbers are still good, okay? Because I don't want to downplay, for some people making, this amount of money is life-changing. But I would just tell you that there's multiple ways to skin a cat, as they say, right? And so I want to show you an example of that, all right? So let me show you real quick. So, boom. This is what we made last year. You see that? $7,608.45 for our 2023 annual planning workshop, okay? So for our 2023 annual planning workshop, we made $7,608.45. All right. If you got it, just got it in the chat. Okay. Now, let me show you what we did this year. Now, when I show this to you, just know, that this workshop this year was free. Okay. Just got it in the chat. But the next numbers I'm about to show you, keep in mind the workshop was free. You're going to see a dollar amount to it. It all makes sense here in a moment. But just know it was free. Okay? Now, let me show you the numbers for this year. Y'all see it? What does that say? $22,172.70. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, how in the hell you make $22,000 off a free workshop? How many of y'all are wondering it? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Let me show you again. Last year, $7,608.45. And then this year, the workshop was free, $22,172.70. Okay? All right. Now, thank you, brown skin plant mama. Okay. Look, if y'all in the lunch circle, y'all can't be snitching. Y'all, I already did a debrief with y'all. Y'all coming on here snitching. Y'all up here like, yep, you did this and that. Look, that's our little insider information. We can't be on this live telling people all the things. They not in the lunch circle. Okay, everybody here not in the large circle. But since we added, type in ULC in the chat, baby. If you're in the ULC, put ULC in the comments. Hey, you might get automation, but let the people know. ULC in the building. ULC in the building. Hey. Okay. So y'all know I'm a goofball. Okay, I am a total goofball. But I'm finna tell you. So this year, same workshop. Okay, same exact workshop. Okay, same exact workshop. Okay, so ULC, y'all already know what this is. Don't say nothing. Y'all be snitching in the chat. Y'all already got this full debrief, okay? Y'all already got the full debrief, so y'all good. I'm talking to the people that ain't in the launch circle, okay? Deal? Just put deal in the chat, all right? Okay, so this year we introduced 3 tiers. 3 tiers, okay? We're going to call it regular people upgrade, which is VIP. And then the last one is the obvious choice ticket. All right. So it's 3. Okay. 3 levels. Okay. 3. Let me write this down for you. So we have free. Boom, 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 boom. We have VIP. And we had the obvious choice. I'm just going to put OC on here. Okay. 97. Okay. I'm finna tell y'all how y'all can take y'all free to, how can I say this? How do you all like do too much when you do free? Just put me in the chat. We all guilty of this. If you're a person, when you do something for free online, like a free workshop, free something, you just do the most. Like you're always, I'm gonna give them a workbook. I'm gonna give them a Zoom background. They're gonna be able to ask me questions. Like it's damn near free coaching when you think about it, right? So I said, you know what? I like to give people a really good experience, but I really want people to pay where they weigh. You know what I mean? Like I want to I really want to honor the free people, but I really want the free to know that there's a difference in how you experience UnCloned. Does that make sense, everybody? Like, yeah, the free workshop was amazing, right? Hands down, it was great. But there were some things that we omitted from the free ticket that we normally would give away for free. Okay, if y'all got it, just put got it. Let me repeat this. Normally, when we do a free workshop, we do the most. We print out elaborate workbooks. We give out Zoom backdrops. We're like, it's a party, right? We giving people that came for free a paid experience. And so I was like, what if we did this? What if we remove some of the value that we normally would give away for free, put it into VIP, and create a tiered experience? Okay, let's create a tiered experience. So I said, okay, we're gonna have a free ticket that don't include the workbook or the replay. How many of you all know that the workbook and the replay is highly valuable? Just put yes in the chat, right? How many of you all know that? If I give you the workbook for free, if I give you the workbook for free, and if I give you the replay for free, do you need anything else from me? Probably not, right? You could take this and go off and be great. So we removed the highest valuable things, right? You're not going to get this 60-page workbook, okay, that I had to pay my graphic designer to make. And you're not going to get this, what really turned out, it really was supposed to be a 2-hour workshop. It ended up being like almost 5 hours, okay? So we over-delivered. Think about that. You came to come to a 2-hour workshop. It turned into 5 hours. It was fire. World class, I have to say. It's still good. If y'all want to get the replay, you can go to the shop and get it for $197 now. Okay, then you get the replay. But we basically normally what we did. So normally when we do this workshop last year, it was like, okay, if you sign up for the workshop, you're gonna get a workbook, you're gonna get the replay. Then I kind of reversed it this year and said, you know what? I'm going to make the workshop free, but I'm going to take away the things that's highly valuable. So they're not going to get the resources, they're not going to get the workbook, and they're not going to get the replay. If you want the resources, the workbook, and the replay, you got to upgrade to VIP. But then let me tell you how I took it up a notch. Somebody say, take it up a notch. Let me see how I want y'all to say that in the chat. Just drop a fireball emoji, right? Just drop a fireball emoji. How we took it up a notch, we introduced a third tier. So typically online, when you see people do launches, they typically don't have a third option. How many, do y'all know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, sometimes people call this like a platinum ticket or something like that. But I'm talking about a total different experience that's not your typical quote unquote platinum ticket. Let me tell you how people are doing it, and I'm gonna tell you how we put our spin on it. Does that make sense? So y'all can kind of have a reference point. Normally, people do paid challenges, and the lowest ticket is $97. The medium ticket or the middle ticket is $297, and then the platinum ticket end up being like $497 or $997. That works too. However, I know for a fact we wanted to bring in a bunch of new people who didn't know our brand. So I was willing to kind of switch some things around. So let's have a free ticket. Our medium was VIP, which is $97, and our platinum was our obvious choice ticket. But see, typically what's included in those tickets is like, the $97 really kind of like a watching pass. And typically when people talk about the $297, you get to come on for an hour before and listen to people be coached. And then the last ticket that most people end up having is like a question asking ticket. Like, hey, if you paid $1,000, you can ask a question, right? I personally feel like for me and my audience, I like to answer questions. I like to be there and be there for my people. So I figured out a way that works best for me. So I was like, well, how can I switch it and make it unique to us? Number one, we did free. Free didn't come with the replay or the workbook. So we put that in VIP. And then we introduced a new ticket. So our platinum ticket was called the obvious choice ticket. And with that ticket, you got a 5-day group chat pass. You get your annual plan review, so you could pre-submit your annual plan, and we're going to send you a Loom video of your annual plan reviewing it. You get the replay and the workbook. You got all of that for $497. So I figured this was my logic. We're going to have some people who are just not going to do nothing, okay? And if you got a free ticket, I'm not saying that to you. I'm just categorizing this in my mind, okay? So if you like, I came free and I took no, I ain't talking to you. I'm just saying, sometimes when people come for free, there's no skin in the game. It's kind of like, you can come late, you can leave early, you don't have to be there. Like, it's no skin in the game, right? And so because there's no skin in the game, if you came free, you probably left early because you thought it was too long or whatever the case may be. The people who stay to the end are what I like to call the people who are just all in, right? And so the people who stayed to the end, those are the people who upgraded to VIP or either the obvious choice, or they ended up upgrading on the actual call. Because, the way I like to look at free is a lot of the times people don't know you. It's like when you go to the mall and they're like, hey, want to try this, this appetizer. That's really what our free was, right? But our free was really more than that. It was like we really gave you an entree, and we let you eat the entree, we let you network with everybody, and then you left, right? But one of the things that I love about this particular event is that I thought about the tiers and experiences. So it was like, okay, if I was going to a concert and I was just going to come and watch, what was that experience like? If I was coming to the concert and I was going to get a souvenir, what was that experience? And then if I was coming to a concert and I wanted to sit up front and I wanted to network and network with the artist, what was that package? So I thought about our experiences like concert packages. Does that make sense, everybody? Just put yes in the chat. Now, if you all take this concept and apply it to whatever you got coming up in 2024, whatever you launching in 2024, I promise you it's going to make all the world of difference. Because what ended up happening was there's going to be a segment of people who came in. There was a segment of people who came in free, right? Let me say this too. Let me go back a notch. I don't advise new people that's coming online to market to charge out the gate. That's just me. And I'm going to tell you why. I just proved it in the numbers, but let me give it to you logically. Okay? I already proved in the numbers that what I just said, that works, right? But the reason that I don't advise new entrepreneurs, and I'm not talking about your offer being free, I'm talking about your marketing, right? Because a lot of the times we want people to pay for our marketing so we can sell them. Does that make sense? It's like, I want you to come to my free thing, but I want you to pay to come to my free thing because I'm going to pitch you. So basically, it's like a paid pitch, right? Because I see a lot of people saying, well, I'm going to charge for my workshop, and you ain't got no email list. You ain't got no social media following. You ain't got no SMS list. You literally have no leverage. And so if you coming out the gate charging, especially when your competition is doing their little webinars and workshops and challenges and all of that stuff, and you coming out the gate with no following, no experience, no email list, no nothing, and you're coming out the gate charging, you have to prove to the people why I got to pay, which creates a whole nother level of friction that doesn't even give you an opportunity to get to the pitch. Does that make sense, everybody? Right? The way I explained it to my husband before we came on here, it's like the way I like to look at, like a free webinar or a free workshop or a free masterclass or a free challenge. I like to look at that like my trade show booth, right? If I'm at an expo, right? I'm at an expo, I got my booth, and people are walking by, right? People are walking by. Guess what I have to do at the expo? One, I got to hope that some people come to my table, or I'll pull people to my table. Once I get them to my table at the expo, I got to explain and introduce who I am. Hey, my name is Audria Richmond. I'm a marketing and launch strategist, blah, 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 blah. And this is what I sell. This is what I do. And I only have about 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, maybe if somebody being super generous, 5 minutes to take them from, I don't know who the hell you are, to give me money. Does that make sense what I'm saying, everybody? Everybody here don't sell a trinket. And what I mean by a trinket, if I come to your booth, right, and you sell perfume, okay? Let's say you sell perfume. I come to your booth and you sell perfume. I can smell the perfume. I ain't got to know you from Adam and Eve to be like, oh, this smells good, let me get that. There's literally no thought process that have to go into that other than the fact that, oh, this smells good, let me get that. You could probably sell this perfume in a minute, maybe 2 minutes at best, especially with the packaging, them being able to smell, the presentation of your booth, all of that, right? However, if I'm at my booth and I'm telling you I'm an author, you ain't never heard of me, you don't know who the hell Audria Richmond is, and I'm like, hey, get my book, it's $20. Get my book, it's going to teach you how to do marketing campaigns. Some people going to be like, who are you again? I mean, I see your book. What is this book about? This ain't no like New York best time seller. I'm not mass marketing it around the globe. Like, you don't know me. You're like, okay, you got this book. So you're like, okay, I think you're going to have a 50-50 chance of selling that book, because the person who's coming to your booth, they don't know you. And I think this is probably the thing that I want people to understand. It's not that you can't sell your thing because your thing isn't dope. It is because people don't know you. Just put yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Okay? It's not that people won't buy your products and services. It's not that the higher your price, the higher your product is, the more expensive it is, the more time you have to spend explaining it. This is why people do challenges for high ticket. This is why people do webinars for high ticket. This is why people do that for courses. Because we need an environment, okay? We need an environment to sell our products and services. Because if you don't have an opportunity to sit down and explain to that person let me give you a good example of this. Have you ever seen someone selling life insurance at an expo? You typically are in a consultative environment in order to sell something like that. Why? One, I need to give you my personal information. Two, you need to get to know me. Three, I probably have personal questions that I can't ask at an expo. So this is why I need you all to understand that the reason that we do free challenges, free webinars, free tours, free whatever, it is to get people to, one, raise their hand. Two, take them from, I don't know what the hell you do, to tell me what you do. And if your webinar or workshop or challenge or event or summit or whatever, if it's solid enough, that person should go from interested to here's my money. Do everybody got that? Just put yes. So when I see new entrepreneurs who come online and they start with product and not the information, they always have a hard time selling their products and services. Okay? This is why when you see the people who always have something for free, they killing it. Because they're taking away the number one reason why people don't buy. I don't know you. Who are you? Why should I trust you? Why should I give money to you? If you can hit all of those things, it becomes so much easier to sell the next thing. And I know that a lot of the times you like, oh, I'm putting a lot of time and energy. How do you all feel like this? I'm putting a lot of time and energy into this workshop, into this webinar, into this challenge. I need to get paid for this work. How do you all feel like that? Just put yes in the chat. I got to create all these opt-in pages. I got to record all these videos. I got to run all of these ads. I got to do this and that. It's costing me so much. People got to pay me. Let me tell you why you're wrong. It's called the cost of doing business, y'all. Okay? It's the cost of doing business. You are literally creating an experience for people to get to know your business, your product, or your service so they can make an educated buying decision. That's why we launch. Okay? That's why we do webinars. That's why we do workshops. That's why we do challenges. That's why we do online summits. That's why we do online conferences. That's why we do these things. So the next time you see someone advertising anything for free, you will know that they're creating an environment to introduce their brand, what they stand for, how that subject, and then eventually move people into a sale. And if you've ever been in one of those environments where you was like, oh my God, here go the pitch, you don't understand business. If anything, you probably need to stay through the pitch. How many of you all, don't lie, how many of you all have been on a webinar or a challenge or something, and as soon as they get to the pitch, you run? Let me get the hell out of here. You ain't gonna sell me nothing. I just wanted the free information. Let me get out of here. Woo! Like, if that's you, stop doing that. Not so you can be sold to, but so you can learn. A lot of the times people jet out of stuff, and you, in my opinion, you missed the best part. I love to see people sell their stuff. I be like, let me see. That was good. Let me take some notes. It's like in environments where you should be taking notes, you're running away from the real information. You know what I mean? Like, you're running away from the real information. I've gotten better with selling and pitching and all of that. It's because I've sat through the pitch. So you just have to keep in mind that when you're putting yourself out there, when you're doing your marketing or whatever, stop being so annoyed. Y'all be so annoyed by the most simplest things. It's like, oh my God, they're sending me so many emails. They're sending me so many emails. Bruh, read the fucking emails. Like, for real. Like, you mean to tell me you're witnessing someone in real time conduct $1 million launch right before your eyes, and the first thing you think is, oh my God, this is too many emails. Let me unsubscribe. Like, if that's your first thought, you're not going to win in business. You're just not, because you're not taking the time to learn what's happening. And this is why you all don't know a lot of this stuff, is because you're always opting out of what feels uncomfortable. Like, as soon as something feels uncomfortable, too pushy, too salesy, too fill in the blank, y'all get the running. Y'all get the running. Every single time without, it's like, oh my God, they about to pitch, gotta go. Oh, they about to sell me, gotta go. Oh, they about to send me a bunch of emails, gotta go. Like, gotta go. And then when you look at your bank account, when you look at your sales and analytics, it's crickets. Because you don't know how to sell. And you don't know how to sell because you've opted out of every sales experience. I don't want to be sold to. She about to pitch me. Gotta go. And y'all missed the best part, in my opinion. Y'all missed the best part, in my opinion. Y'all don't want to be sold to, but you want the information. You want to grow a business, but you don't want to be told what to do. You want people to come to you and come and follow you and like your page, but you don't engage with other people. Y'all, it's a win-win thing. It's a dance. You got to go back and forth. It's like, oh, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm only hitting a few of y'all. Because some of y'all done got a little quiet. Y'all probably be a little salty right now. I don't give a damn, to be honest. But for those who willing to listen and to take heed to what I'm saying, I promise you, you will do well next year. You will do well next year. I just showed you in real time, free versus paid. And I know a lot of you all are out here to get paid, but I'm telling you, some of you all are out here looking a little desperate. You're looking a little desperate. And because you're looking a little desperate, I can feel it. I can feel it in your marketing. You're not empathetic. Because you're trying to meet a sales quota, you don't even know how to be human. Because you're trying to meet a sales quota, you don't even know how to be human. It's like, how many times have y'all like seen somebody, you were trying to buy some, and you ask them questions. You like, hey, can you tell me a little bit about this? I don't really know what this is. Can you give me a little bit more information? And that person get annoyed. Read the caption. Look at the video. They just like, you could just feel the growl through the messages. You can feel the growl. You're like, damn, bro, I just wanted to know. I just had one question. I was actually about to go to the site and buy this, but since you got an attitude, let me go on and find somebody else. I just had one question. That's it. I just had one question, bro. You ain't got time for this one question. God damn. I'm trying to buy something. Am I the only one? I can't be the only one. I can't. How many times? Look, I know I'm not the only one. You ask like what time somebody place a business close, or when they gonna be open again, or can they bring a friend, or whatever the hell. People get so annoyed. And let me tell you something. If you're going to be in business, you have to be okay. And I'm talking to myself at this time too, okay? You got to be cool with repeating yourself. You got to be cool with reiterating things. You got to be cool with telling people the same thing over and over and over again. You got to have patience when it comes to business. It means that some people may not go to your website. They may need a 5-minute call. It may mean that somebody not going to go to your website. They may need to go back and forth with you in the DMs. I know that we put processes in place so people can follow them and go through them. But I'm going to tell you, because so many people are hands off and don't want to be touched and don't want to be talked to and talk to my assistant and talk to 3 layers of leadership and all of that crap, like people are losing that human touch and they're wondering why sales ain't doing what it need to do. It ain't doing what it need to do because you won't be patient. It ain't doing what it need to do because you don't want to answer a question. It ain't doing what it need to do because you don't know how to pivot from let me educate you to let me get you to buy something from me. And so I need you all to understand that it's not that people are trying to get on your nerves. As long as you're in business, you're going to always have to answer question after question after question after question after question. You're going to always have to, it's like, this is, if I had to kind of like put some sprinkle dust on y'all to get y'all to understand something, that thing would be stop assuming that your clients should know the thing. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Stop assuming that people should know the thing. Let me give an example. Oh, I told people I was selling this service. They should know to click the link in my bio. They should know to call me. They should know to go and click the link in my bio and book a call. They should know. Whatever you think people should know, okay? Whatever you think people should know, I want you to take it. Okay, I need to find something to ball up real quick. I'm going to ball this up. I want you to take whatever you think people supposed to know, and I want you to crumble it. Just, You remember that little girl, she balled up that piece of paper. Just, take whatever you think people supposed to know and just, I'm going to get that later. But get rid of it, okay? Whatever you think they supposed to know, get rid of it. Because you gonna have a whole paragraph that you curated and they didn't read it. You gonna have something you want them to know and they didn't see it. So just know you gotta be patient with your people. Period. If you want people to buy your products and services, you're gonna have to spend time talking about why the lip balm is bomb, right? Right? Why the lip balm is bombing. If you got some perfume, you can't just say, oh, it's luxury. Because y'all love to say that shit over and over. Oh, it's luxury. You should just spend $300-$400 on my perfume because it's luxury. What the hell? When they say that little kid, what the hell? What the hell? Like, what the hell does luxury mean? That means you have to spend time talking about the process. Oh, we sourced, this scent from all over the world, and we found the flowers, and we seek the flower, we soaked the flowers in this love bomb bath, and then we took it out, and then we let it sit in the sun. Like, you got to spend the time doing that. And let me give you an example. I bought a lot of shit for Black Friday. Okay, I bought a ton of stuff for Black Friday. There was a brand, okay, who was live talking about their product. Okay. It was a soap brand, okay? Soapy Faith, okay? And they were talking about their brand. And I was like, oh, this is good. Because, like, I had already went to the shop and bought some stuff. But then I got on the live stream and she was explaining what kind of product, like what kind of stuff that they put in their soap. And she was explaining the scent and how they source their ingredients. Then she was talking about how her products help people with sensitive skin. Then she started to describe the scent, which is so hard for people who sell stuff that is scented. A lot of people don't know how to explain scents, but she was explaining it. She was like, it feels like this and it smells like that. Before y'all knew it, I was back on her website. I was like, let me go get this. I was back on the site. I was like, oh shit, she sold the shit out of me. Let me go get that. And I had already spent money, but because of her ability to slow down and explain her products and services, I was like, hell yeah, let me get on it. I was on it, right? Then after I get off the live and I went to go buy some, I got back on the live and I'm like, okay, I'm back on the live stream. She comes back and now she's talking about another set. She was like, let me tell y'all about the shower oil. And I was like, okay, I gotta get off of here. She explaining this shit so good. I'm about to go spend some more money. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to go back to the site. Oh, she's so cold with it. Let me go back to the site. I gotta go back. So I just need y'all to know, slow down. Whatever you think people supposed to know, quit assuming that people supposed to know it. Do y'all got it? Just put got it in the chat. If y'all got it, just put got it in the chat. Because for some of y'all, if you would just slow down just a little bit, if you would be just a little bit patient, if you would spend just a little bit of time to explain your product or service, I promise you will close more people. Okay? So, anywho, hopefully that was helpful. We've already demonstrated that free versus pay. We talked about that. So, let's take a few questions. And if you all don't have any questions, trust me, I got a nice salad waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all ain't got no questions, I can go. I don't have nothing to sell you, okay? I don't have nothing to sell you. The UnCloned Launch Circle is closed. We winding down before we get to 2024. I don't have anything to sell you. So if you're not on the inside of working with us, just keep following us. You'll have an opportunity to join us. All right. If you have any questions, put your question in the question box or put it in the comments. All right. Let's see. Hey, Judy, what's up, boo? What it do, Judy? Let's see. You helping me? Absolutely. Got it. What's the name of the product again? It's called Soapy Faith. Can somebody tag it at Soapy Faith on Instagram? Hold on. Look, y'all, this soap so good. You know, you can normally just go across the street to your local Target or whatever and get your soap. But I literally was like, I'm waiting for this soap to come from California so I can be good. Okay. Let's see. This is all good. What would be a tiered example look like for someone that's helping professional? I like the idea question. What do you do? Tell me what you do. If you all have a question, no, I'm not an affiliate. If I was an affiliate, I would be telling you a coupon code. I am not an affiliate. And honestly, I don't really care if you go or not, to be honest. I was just telling you about a good experience I had. If you want to go, great. I don't make a dime off promoting these brands. So there you have it. Okay. I'm just a person who purchased the products and services. All right. Let's see. Psychologist. So if you are a psychologist, you obviously can't give out free psychology services. However, you can create content, right? So that would be your version of free. So your version of free would be maybe a free podcast talking about some of the topics that you cover as a psychologist. This could also look like, hell, your own TV show or your own video series or your own audio series. What else would this look like? It looks like an on-demand workshop that people can learn about, you know, your type of psychology work that you do. And like, basically, depending on what type of psychologist you are, you could have a workshop around the subject of what you do. So for instance, if you work with parents, as an example, you could talk about some of the trends or something like that. You're obviously not using your patients as an example, but you're talking from a level of expertise. So does that make sense? So that would be like your free. And then obviously your middle and above would be booking you as a service, like booking your services. So hopefully that makes sense. I am in cosmetology. I'm a cosmetology extension teacher. I want to give my own classes. What does that look like for me? Let me see. Cosmetology extension teacher. I want to give my own classes. What's that look like for me? What type of classes, right? And another thing you could do, which I haven't seen, like, what's the class that people need to know before they buy the main thing? So you said that you are a cosmetology teacher. Because I don't know what you do, I'm just going to come up with a scenario. So let's say you're teaching people how to do braids. Like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to braid your hair. Or I'm going to teach you how to become a braider, right? Well, what's the things they need to know before they become a braider? One, do they know how to prepare hair? Do they know how to part? Do they know what tools they need? Like, what's the stuff they need to know or you wish people would know before they book this workshop with you? Because a lot of times people ask me, like, what should I give out for free? What's the thing that I should give out for free? I'm going to tell you. The thing that I like to give away for free is the thing that I wish you already knew. To be honest. People be thinking that I be giving them super sauce and be like, oh my God, this changed my life. This was so amazing. But it be stuff I wish y'all already knew, to be honest. It's like, if I can get you past the basics, if I can get you past the introduction, the one-on-one, the foundational stuff, if I can get you past that, then we can kind of pick up where we want to go. So an example of that would be, earlier this year, we did a marketing masterclass, and it was just basically like how to market your business daily. And that series allowed us to introduce people to stuff that I felt like they should already be doing in their business. And then I said, okay, once you start marketing, the granddaddy of marketing is launching. Like, if you want to take your marketing from sell here, sell there, but like take it to a whole nother level, you need to learn how to launch. And then I introduced them into the launch circle. So it's like, when I think about what I want to give away for free or what I want people to know, it's the stuff that they don't already know before they get to me. So hopefully they give you some ideas around how you can approach that. Let's see. Examples of free content for a book coach that's helping emerging coaches and speakers. We actually just did a workshop like that. So we have a publishing program as well. It's called Publishing Like a Pro. And so as a person that teach people how to publish, one thing that we was running into was a lot of people, when they think about publishing, they only think about books. And so we was like, well, they need to know that there's other ways to get into publishing without publishing a book. And so we teach 6 or 7 publishing types and Publishing Like a Pro. And because a lot of times when people say, I want to publish, they immediately think about a book. But because there were so many other publishing types that you can do, we did an event literally called What to Publish. I'm like, if you know what to publish, then you'll be a great candidate for Publishing Like a Pro. Does this make sense, everybody? Like, what is that thing that people need to know before they get to you? What's the thing? Like, if I can get them, let's say you this is your topic, but it's this about this much of it that people don't know, that keep them stuck from making a decision. How do you help them break through that so you can move into the thing that's going to help them? So if in your case, because you are a book coach, what's the thing that people need to know before they author a book? Well, for starters, they need to know what type of book they want to do. They need to know the types of books they want to write. They need to know if they plan to build a business model around the book or not. Like, what are some of those things that like authors need to know? Like, the best way for you to think about it is like, what's a good author prep class? A lot of the times I have found that sometimes when people want to become an author, they don't have any proven process or proven anything. They just want to tell their story. So it depends on what type of book coach you are. Are you a memoir type of book coach? Are you a they got to get a lesson type of book coach? I don't really know much about you, so I'm just kind of guessing here. But I would say whatever it is that you teach, whatever type of book coach you are, like, what is those things that people need to know before they become an author? One thing that we're going to do differently next year when we teach publishing, because we're going to do Publishing Like a Pro live virtually. When we teach that, one of the things I'm going to talk about is the cost of publishing. I think a lot of the times when people get into publishing, they don't really realize how much it costs. And I'm talking about publishing like a pro. I'm not talking about publishing, get your book done in 2 days. I'm not talking about those type of book coaches. And if that's you, no shade. I'm just saying, like, I don't teach that type of publishing. But like, I know for a fact, if you're going to publish on a professional level, it costs money to publish. Like, it costs for your cover. It costs for your spine. It costs to publish. It costs for sampling. It costs for editing. It costs for, developmental editing. It costs for getting the manuscript design. Like, it's a lot of phases to publishing. It's not just go from ChatGPT to a book in my hand, which is what I see a lot of people teach. So in your case, I would think about what are some of those things that authors need to know before working with me as a book coach. Okay. What if, let me go back up here to this other question. Hopefully that answered your question. Let's see. What about if you have a credit repair course teaching others how to repair and build their own credit? For one, people need to know how to read a credit report. Before you can teach somebody how to repair their own credit, they literally need to know how to read a credit report. Like, I think a lot of times when people be like, oh, I'm finna like go repair my credit. Do you know how to read your credit report? Do you understand what the different status is of the trade lines on your credit report? Do you understand like what it means to have a late pay? Like, just, it would literally be called Credit Report 101. And like, those people that walk away knowing how to read their credit report, guess what? Now they want to fix it. Oh shit, I need to get my credit repaired. Boom. And then you can sell them your service. It's like, is this making sense to everybody? Like, what's that thing that people need to know before they book your main service? It's the thing you tired of talking about. It's the wish list of things you wish they know. Like, that's the stuff you got to have patience for, right? So hopefully to answer your question. What if you create experiences like paint parties for corporate team building? For starters, you could still do if I did corporate parties, what would be the thing they need to know before that? One, I would need to educate them on how corporate parties bring people together. Like, how can this party bring people together, create morale, get people excited, so on and so forth. So again, if I'm booking you for a party, is it just for fun? If so, then why do more corporate companies need to have fun? Does it make sense? Let's see. This is turning into an ideation session. That's what I'm noticing. Like, this is turning into an ideation session. Y'all like, what about me? What about me? Look, y'all gonna have to cut the check in a minute. Y'all gonna have to cut the check in a minute. Okay, I'm joking, but seriously, Calvin and I, we're talking about creating an ideation agency, because this is something that me and him just do naturally. Like, we can just bang out ideas like Nobody's business. So I was like, we need to turn it into a service where you could buy like a bank of ideas for your business. That would be dope because, you know, we be off the chart with our ideas. I could go to the extreme with people, and then sometimes I got to bring it back to reality. So let's see. I'm going to take a few more questions. Let's see. What if you're creating... Okay, I already answered that. I'm a former teacher turned homeschool mom who owns a trucking company. I'm torn on how to mesh the two together. We are also homeschool our kids while taking them on a semi-truck. That's a good question. How would I merge the two? For starters, it's a reason why you're taking your kids along with you on the semi-truck. Like, are you creating a lifestyle where your kids don't necessarily, like, basically what it sounds like to me is you're teaching parents how to have autonomy while your kids can learn on the go and they don't have to be stationary at home even though they're being homeschooled. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not necessarily tying the truck and homeschooling together. I'm tying the idea of autonomy. Like, hey, because we have this trucking business and we teach our kids homeschool, our kids get to see the world and be taught on the go. Does that make sense? Which would be cool for a parent who wants to travel the world but feel like, oh, I can't have a stationary place to teach my kids stuff, right? Like, basically your messaging is about how to live an abundant life and your kids' education don't take a stab, pretty much. Better language, but you get the point, right? You're teaching parents how to have autonomy. And not because a lot of times people do believe that, like, oh, the only way to raise a kid is we got to have a home and it has to be in a good neighborhood and we got to have good schools and we got to have this and this and this. And that can kind of restrict people, especially if they love to travel and all of that stuff. And you like, no, you could be an on-the-go parent giving your kids the best type of schooling while traveling the world and teaching them the thing. Like road school, that's cool. Not homeschool, road school. That shit cool. That was dope, Rhonda. Look, y'all gotta clap it up for Rhonda. Y'all better put some claps in the chat. That was fire. That was fire. That was fire. I love that. I love that. That was fire. Let's see. Was that helpful? Like, I think that's so cool. That was super cool. That was super fire. Okay, let me get back to this next question. Let's see. I think I answered that question. Next question. What if you teaching how to make 10K a month as a hairstylist working 3 to 4 days a week? That's very specific. So your free thing would be one. That's the thing, right? That's what I'll say about stuff like that. Whenever I hear like, I'm going to teach you how to do something within something, I personally don't market like that because everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't got the same capabilities. You could probably do it in 2 days or whatever. And I'm quite sure those people who are hungry, who can get it done, can do it within that window of time. But sometimes when you're making those types of claims, it sounds desirable, but sometimes I wish people would qualify people when they make that statement, because some people can't come out the gate doing that. I don't care how dope the system is. I don't care how amazing the class is. Some people just ain't got it. So I personally like to stay away from money claims. However, it's not about the 10K in working 3 to 4 days a week. It's really about you're showing people how they can make more money working less as a hairstylist. That's how I kind of rephrase it to make it more open to the public. And then once they get on the workshop or whatever, you can talk about how you're able to take some people to go from making 10K months working 3 to 4 days. Because for you, a good workshop would be how to turn your schedule into freedom. Does that make sense? So, because like you're teaching hairstylists how to come from behind the chair, right? Or how to spend less time behind the chair. So like how to turn your schedule into how you turn your scheduling into a moneymaker, right? Because you said working 3 to 4 days a week. I'm assuming there's a scheduling process to that. I'm assuming you have a framework for how a person need to approach their calendar. And so my free thing would be how profitable hairstylists schedule how to schedule. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to get my words together. How professional hairstylists can re-optimize their schedule for profits. How to be more profitable working less, mastering your schedule. Something along those lines. You can use ChatGPT to figure out the rest, but that should get you going. All right, this is fun. Okay, I got a few more. Let's see. The next question, I'm going back. I saw a question about earrings. Can you clarify what you mean about selling homemade earrings? Clarify your question. You just answered about 5 questions that has my brain wrecked my brain. Wow, that's what I do now. What about selling handmade earrings? Hold on one second. All right. Let's see. I'm going to answer that last question about earrings. Handmade earrings. Do you do custom earrings? Because for you, if I made custom earrings, which I really want to get into the custom earring business, but if I made like custom earrings or handmade earrings or whatever, people really love knowing the process, right? So you can invite people. Let's say you came out with a collection and it's called the, Love Myself collection. I don't know. I'm just coming up with a name, right? I don't know if you theme your collections or your earrings or whatever. But let's say you had a series of earrings that you could put in a collection. How about having a virtual preview party of your collection? You have people come to a virtual party and they're learning about your new earrings. You talk about your creative approach on how you created the earrings, the origin behind the earrings, how you had fun sourcing different things, how long it took to make each piece of the earrings, the story behind it. Because what ended up happening is it makes people want it more. Like if I see a painting on the wall, right? If I see a painting on the wall and the painting on the wall is like, it's a nice woman, it's a nice picture of an African-American woman. Cool. It changes for me if I know how it was made, how it came about. That's why people buy art. It's not about seeing the final product. It's about seeing how we got there. That's what people love, and that's why they admire that. Like me personally, I love handmade earrings. Like handmade, custom made, or uniquely made. That's me all day. I love a good story behind an earring. I wish more people, again, it goes back to what I said earlier. Are you spending time telling the stories? Are you spending time taking people on a journey? Whenever you see luxury brands sell things for a lot of money, you better believe it's a story behind it. It's a story behind it. It's somebody talking about, back in my day, I went and I sourced the world and I can't. It's like, it's a story behind it. Like, again, if we would just sit down and not be so quick to sell and talk about how we got to here, we can be on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? So I had to crack my back. Hopefully that's helpful. Okay. Yes, I do custom earrings. Okay. Share the process. That's good. I do themes thing. Okay. I love that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Exactly for my adult toys person. Sit down and slow down. Yes, absolutely. Was this helpful? Hopefully this was helpful. You know what I'm saying? For the 993,000. If you all want to stay connected to us, you can get on our email list by clicking the link in my bio. You can get on our text message list by clicking the link in my bio. And in the meantime, if you're like, hey, I want to join the Launch Circle, it's currently closed. However, you can get a jump start by grabbing our UnCloned book bundle. Okay, get our UnCloned book bundle via the link in my bio. Okay, get the book bundle, start reading the book, so when we open up the lunch circle, you can get in. Okay, it's currently closed. Cannot get in now. Hopefully you all enjoyed today. You walked away with some cool insight. You have a unique way of how you want to approach this thing. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Until next time, y'all, let's go live an uncloned life and do what, y'all? Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Build an uncloned brand. Bye, y'all.